Gianna Molla was born in Magenta, near Milan, on October 4, 1922. She was the 10th of 13 children of Alberto and Maria Beretta. A good student both at high school and university, she lived her faith with generosity, both among the young women who were part of the Azione Cattolica, or Catholic Action, and the elderly and needy she met working with the St. Vincent de Paul Society. She loved life, music, art, skiing, and mountain climbing. In 1949, Gianna received her medical degree at the University of Pavia. The following year, she opened a clinic in Mesero and continued her studies for a specialization in pediatric medicine at the University of Milan in 1952. For Gianna, being a doctor was not just a profession, but a vocation. At first, Gianna thought she would be a lay missionary in Brazil along with her brother, Father Alberto, who was a doctor and Capuchin missionary. But eventually, Gianna realized that God had chosen marriage for her, and she followed this choice with enthusiasm. Her wish was to form a truly Christian family. On September 24, 1955, Gianna and Pietro Molla were married in St. Martin's Basilica in Magenta. In November 1956, their first son, Pierluigi, was born. Mariolina was born in December 1957, and Laura in July 1959. In September 1961, towards the end of the second month of pregnancy with their fourth child, physicians diagnosed a serious fibroma in the uterus that required surgery. The surgeon suggested that she undergo an abortion in order to save her own life. A few days before the child was due, she said, "If you must decide between me and the child, do not hesitate. Choose the child. I insist on it. Save the baby." On April 21, 1962, Gianna Emanuela was born by cesarean section. Immediately after the operation, Gianna's general condition deteriorated. On April 28, 1962, at dawn, Gianna was taken back to the family home in Ponte Nuovo, where she died at 8 a.m. She was 39 years old. It was St. John Paul II who beatified Gianna in 1994 and canonized her in 2004. Gianna's husband and children were present at each of the ceremonies. Dr. Gianna Molla was not a typical candidate for sainthood. She loved culture, fashion, and beauty. She played piano, was a painter, enjoyed tennis, mountain climbing, and skiing. She attended the symphony, theater, and Milan's La Scala Opera. She loved traveling to new places and had a very special place in her heart for children, the elderly, and the poor. Her decision, at the end of her life, to save her daughter Gianna Emanuela was heroic in that she prepared for it every day of her life. It was the natural culmination of an extraordinary life of virtue and holiness, selflessness, and quiet joy. St. Gianna Molla continues to remind the Church and the world of the need for a consistent ethic of life from the earliest to the final moments of human life. Gianna would write and say, "One cannot love without suffering or suffer without love." In an age when permanent commitment is widely discouraged, when human life is disposable and family life is under siege, when abortion is all too available, when sacrifice and virtue are absent in so many lives, when many in the medical profession have little concern for the dignity and sacredness of every human life, when suffering is seen as a nuisance without any redemptive meaning, when goodness, joy, simplicity, and beauty are suspect, St. Gianna Molla shows this world an alternative gospel way of compelling beauty. May St. Gianna watch over all those who work for life and defend the dignity and the sacredness of